Late one evening, a weary traveler arrived at a small, secluded inn nestled deep in the forest. The innkeeper, a quiet, pale woman with dark circles under her eyes, welcomed him in and showed him to his room. The air was thick with the smell of damp wood, and the flickering candlelight cast long, eerie shadows on the walls. The traveler noticed that the inn was unusually silent, no sounds of chatter or clinking of plates like he'd expect from an inn. When he asked innkeeper about it, she simply smiled and said, "Everyone's resting for the night." As the traveler settled into his room, he noticed an old, cracked mirror hanging on the wall. Something about it seemed odd, as if the reflection wasn't quite right. He brushed it off, tired from his journey, and crawled into bed. In the middle of the night, he woke up to soft tapping sound. At first, he thought it was the wind, but the tapping grew louder, coming from the mirror. Slowly, he turned his head, his heart racing. The reflection in the mirror was no longer his own. It was a shadowy figure, with hollow eyes, standing motionless. The figure reached out toward the glass as if trying to escape. Panicking, the traveler tried to move, but his body felt paralyzed. He could only watch as the figure in the mirror began to move closer to him, its cold fingers touching the surface of the glass. Suddenly, the mirror shattered, and the room was filled with freezing chill. The traveler turned around to find the innkeeper standing at the foot of his bed, her eyes wide with horror. She whispered, "It's too late. You've seen it." Before he could ask what she meant, the figure from the mirror emerged from the shattered glass, its skeletal hands wrapping around his throat. The last thing he saw was the innkeeper's tear-filled eyes as she murmured, "You were warned." And then everything went black.